calling together all amateur radio operators. This is the weekly net of the M17 Project. I'm Ed, November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta, and I will be your net control station today. This net meets weekly on Fridays at 1700 hours UTC by means of the M17 Charlie Reflector. The purpose of this net is to relay and share information in regards to the M17 project. M17 is a new digital radio protocol in development as an alternative to those currently available, with freedom in mind. Freedom in the code, protocol, voice codecs, and hardware. The goal is to provide a better option for digital radios in the future. We encourage all amateur radio operators to check into this net. We will take check-ins followed by an informal roundtable to discuss all things M17 related. When checking into this net, please key your microphone and wait approximately 2 seconds before proceeding and giving me your call sign using proper ITU phonetics, followed by your name and location, and if you have any information for the net. I will now stand by for check-ins.
Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Whiskey Papa, Wojciech from Warsaw, Poland, with traffic.
Kilo Charlie 1, Alpha Whiskey Victor, KC1AWV, Steve in Boston, Massachusetts, no traffic.
Kilo Charlie 2, Delta Papa Juliet, Jim in Western New York, no traffic.
November 8, Victor, November Romeo, Kevin in North Carolina, no traffic.
Alpha 4, Hotel Sierra, A4HS, Mate in Alexandria, Virginia, with no traffic this week.
WB5EKU, Don in Los Angeles, with a question. WB5EKU.
Golf Whiskey 8, Sierra Zulu Lima, Dave over here in Newport, South Wales in the United Kingdom. Listening with traffic, no traffic.
Victor Echo 2, November Golf, Quebec. Nat, NET, November Alpha Tango, Montreal, Canada. Victor Echo 2, November Golf, Quebec. No traffic.
Victor Echo 2, America Zanzibar Kilowatt. Handle is Lanny, Lima Alpha November, November Yankee. We're in Montreal, no traffic.
Okay, let's hold it up there. Net control wishes to recognize Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Whiskey Papa, that's Wojciech in Poland with traffic. KC1AWV Steve, KC2 DPJ. Kevin, thanks for coming back again this week. November 8, Victor, November Romeo, Alpha 4, Hotel Sierra. We have Whiskey Bravo 5, Echo Kilo Uniform, Golf Whiskey 8, Sierra Zulu Lima, Victor Echo 2, NGQ, and Victor Echo 2, AZK. Anybody else wishing to check in with me this net, with or without traffic, please call now.
Kilo Echo 6, India Golf Zulu, David in Los Angeles, California, no traffic.
November 7, Tango Alpha Echo. Tom in Arizona, I've got some traffic.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Hotel. Drew in Ohio, no traffic.
Okay, that control further wishes to recognize KE6IGZ, Tom N17AE, and Drew KE8, Quebec Whiskey Hotel, I believe I wrote. Can't even read my handwriting. Not enough coffee today, guys. Not enough coffee. This is N2XDD Net Control Station. We're going to hold up on check-ins, I should say. Sorry about this, guys. And we're going to go over to the top of the list to Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Papa. Wojciech, go ahead with your traffic.
Hello everyone, this is Wojciech, Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Papa. As a side project, I have decided to improve Codec 2 a little bit. So I've spent something between 7 and 10 days on improving it, and I think I have some preliminary results. So I have tried two different approaches for the quantization inside Codec 2, and I have tested both approaches, and both are giving good results. And I was able to get Codec 2 from 3,200 bits per second down to 3,000 bits per second. So that's almost 10% less bitrate. And the voice quality was pretty much the same. The change was imperceptible. And I was also able to change the scalar quantizer in Codec 2 and optimize it. So the voice has still 3,200 bits per second rate, but it sounds better. And in the meantime, I'm still working with OpenRTX team on bringing M17 into OpenRTX. So we are working hard, Tom. It's not like I'm doing something else and I'm not focused on improving M17 and bringing M17 into handheld devices like MD380 or MDUV380 or HD1 by Islands. So I'm doing all this stuff simultaneously. So that's it. And back to net control.
Hi, Wojciech. Thank you very much for keeping us updated on your work with the OpenRTX project, as well as your side project there with the your improvements to Codec 2. We appreciate the work that you're doing with the project here and helping the OpenRTX guys to reach the finish line. Anybody with any questions or comments for Wojciech, please call Net Control now. Alrighty, nothing heard. Let's go out to the left coast there. Whiskey Bravo 5, Echo Kilo Uniform. With a question, go ahead, Don. The mic is all yours.
Thank you very much. WB5EKU trying to wake up this morning. I'm trying to modify, maybe this is the wrong formula, but I don't know if it should be OpenRTX and a MD390UV. And it takes a different tool to get the back off of the radio than the 380. And I'm just wondering, I have searched all over and I can't find the tool. I was just wondering if anybody can has actually done that and can steer me in the right direction to get the tool. I appreciate if anybody has any info on that. Thank you very much. And boy, nice group today. And good to hear you. WB5EKU.
All right, Don, really quick, are you talking, I don't have a 390 in front of me at this second, but I'm looking at the 380. You say the back of the radio. Are you talking about the back plate that's held on by, like, 4 torque screws?
Yes, that's correct. Except on the 390, they do not have the 2 torque screws at the top. They're very, very small openings, threaded openings, and boy, I just cannot figure out the tool. I can't. It's very hard to see down in there. It's not a flat blade. It's not a torque. It's not a Phillips head. It's not any other tool I can find. I was just wondering if anybody has seen that. It's different than the 380.
All right. If you don't mind, can you go ahead and post some pictures, both on our Discord and on the OpenRTX Discord? I'm sure somebody out there has an answer, and I'm pretty sure Mike WB2FBI, he's opened up the 390 before, but unfortunately he's not with us online today or on the net. But definitely, I'd love to see a picture of that, and if you cross-post it, that'll be great. And I'm sure within an hour or two of your posting, you'll get the answer that you need. Does anybody have any comments or any suggestions for Don out there about opening up his 390 and which tool is needed to take the back plate off? Anybody with any questions or comments in regards, please call Net Control now. This is November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta. Right there, Don. Yeah, sorry about that. Nothing heard, but yeah, please post some pictures. And if for some reason you don't get an answer from our Discords, I doubt that's going to be the case. But if for some reason that happens, we'll post it on our Twitter, and I'm sure somebody out there in the Twitterverse will be able to answer. But thanks for coming in with that question, and thanks for your continued support of the net. We appreciate you guys, one and all, everybody that comes out here and meets with us on Friday afternoons, or Fridays at 1700 hours UTC. It's the afternoon somewhere, right, people? Alrighty, let's go down to Tom out in Arizona, N17 with some traffic for us. Go ahead, Tom. Hope everything's doing well out there, and I'm sure it's a lot warmer than the 20 degrees that it's here in New York, as we're preparing for 24 to 36 inches of snow. So go ahead with your question, Tom, and be sure to rub it in and tell me how warm it is out there.
Hey, thanks, Ed. I used to live in upstate New York, so I know what it's like to be under the threat of heavy snow. But it's, for us Arizonans now, it is cold. It got down to 34 degrees last night. It's going to get up to 66, but that's too cold to ride my bike. I'm old enough now that I can't ride my bike if it's much below 70. But anyway, my announcement is that my new URF reflector is public now in my GitHub. That's github.com/N7TAE. URF is a superset of XLX. It will do everything an XLX reflector does, plus it will connect to M17 clients and transcode them along with the URF reflector. There's a new transcoder that uses both AMBI chips for the AMBI codecs and software for the M17 codec. We've had it running now on, I'm a member of the QuadNet team. We've had it running on our XLX systems. They've been upgraded to URF. One of them has been running for quite some time now, and I finally moved it over to our more busy reflector 307, and it's been working pretty well. I'm really pleased with how the transcoder is working, and and the reflector is working. The URF is not compatible with the M17 reflector. They use a totally different bracket structure, so you'll never be able to interlink an M17 reflector and a URF reflector. And in fact, URF reflectors can only interlink with other URF reflectors. But all of that information is on the GitHub. The transcoder is in a different repository than the reflector. You need to download both of them and read the README files carefully. There's a lot of things you have to understand to get that thing up and running. The XLX is quite a beast because it hosts so many different kinds of connections. So anyway, I'm sure I'll get lots of questions from people that are interested in setting this up. But anyway, that's my announcement. Back to you at N17AE.
All right, Tom. Very good. And, listening to the beginning of that transmission, and we were talking about age and weather, and this is officially now a ham radio net. So I talked about age and weather. Medical conditions are always the wild card, but we're there. It's official ham radio net, ladies and gentlemen. But all right. Other than that, Tom, thank you for your work. Looking forward to seeing the URFD in action. And if you want to check out Tom's new reflector system, the universal reflector system, or any of his other work, please check out github.com/N17AE. That's November 7, Tango Alpha Echo. Does anybody have any question for Tom in regards to this great traffic? All right, hearing nothing. Anybody else wishing to check in this week to the M17 net, please call Net Control now. This is November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta Net Control.
India Uniform 2, Kilo Whiskey Oscar, Silvano from Milan, Italy, wishes to check in with no traffic.
Kilo India 5, Julia Victor Alpha, Gregory.
Okay. Before I recognize those two stations, I'm looking at the dashboard. It looked like we had M0IEI trying to check in. Pedro, were you out there? Because you didn't come across, so I think me and you might have doubled. So before I recognize Silvano and Greg, M0IEI, are you trying to get in with us, Pedro? Okay, nothing heard. Net Control wishes to recognize KI5, JVA Gregory, and IU2KWO with some traffic for us, Silvano. Just keep in mind, we time out after 3 minutes, and we haven't heard from you in a couple of weeks, so I'm sure you've got a lot to tell us. IU2KWO recognized, and to get it, this is N2XDD Net Control.
Thank you, Net Control. Just some quick updates from OpenRTX side. Situation on our side is not so good because at the moment our development is a bit slowed down due to basically lack of time. Because I'm getting home every day quite late. It's the same for the other guys, so we are trying to do our best to bring M17 on OpenRTX and MD380. At the moment we are debugging, mainly Piccolo EU2 Kilo India November is debugging and basically finishing the development of the code for the demodulator side of M17 with the help of SP5WWP Wojciech, and I don't know exactly the point of development, but I think it's quite good. And on the other side of the code, the situation is quite good because we already have tested the frame decoding part. So I hope we are going to finish soon the modulator part, which is really basically the last thing missing to have the M17 in OpenRTX. Basically, situation is this one. So back to net control for questions, if any.
Okay, Silvano, thank you for checking in with us this week. Thank you for updating us on the progress. And, I'm aware of it, and I'm sure everybody else listening and involved is aware of the fact that great projects like OpenRTX and M17, they're projects that come from the heart. People working on these projects are not paid. It's not a full-time job. Life gets in the way. And at the end of the day, life and hanging out with family and doing regular daily things takes precedence over working on these great projects. So, the guys out there that work on these projects aren't thanked enough for their time. And, from all of us involved in the group, we understand. And, we thank you for the time that you take out of your day to devote to these projects. And it's for all my friends over at OpenRTX and all the ladies and gentlemen working over on the M17 project. Your hard work is recognized and definitely appreciated. And looking forward to everything that you guys have on the back burners, waiting for these awesome projects to come out there when they're totally ready. So thanks again, everyone. We appreciate all the hard work that everybody in the open source community and everybody in ham radio working on these projects do. So, anybody else out there with any questions or comments? Anybody want to add anything? Anybody else looking to check in? Please call now. This is N2XDD.
Yeah, I got a quick comment. N17AE.
Go ahead, Tom. Over to you. N17AE.
When I talk to other hams who are not familiar with M17, they invariably ask me, where's the hardware? Where can I get some hardware? It sounds cool. I'd really like to set up an M17 hotspot, that kind of question. And I think it's important. What I say is that there's a lot of very, very smart people all over the world working on this project, and it's just a matter of time before we've got a turnkey system that you can download or buy an MD380 and do one solder joint, and I try to impress people with the fact that, or impress upon people with the fact that the M17 project is a project born out of an open source spirit, and that's what makes it powerful. I don't think it's so much the codec or the details of what we're doing here. It's the fact that it's rooted in open source technology, and it's an opportunity for hams to take control of their own destiny. We don't have to be dictated how we do our ham radio by the big three manufacturers. We actually have control over what we're doing, and it's an open source community, and anybody can participate. So I think that's the thing that's most exciting about the M17 project, is that we've got all these great people working around the globe to get this off the ground and running, and so I'm really excited by it. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox and send it back to you, Ed. M17AE.
You know, Tom, you speak the truth, so you're really not on a soapbox. You're just saying the truth. You're saying it from the heart. And like I said, it's an open source project. People from all over the world are working on it. I've been involved in many communities throughout my life, various hobbies and different careers that I've been involved with. And this hobby, and in particular this community that M17 project is being built on, is like no other I've ever been in. It's really an amazing place. I'm beside myself sometimes just looking and seeing what's going on with this, and all these great intelligent people with these 50-pound brains that are working on this project. And I still remember the first time I found out about the project. I saw an article on the internet, and there was this crazy guy over in Poland holding a homebrew radio, a homebrew handheld radio, the TR9. And I saw the article, and I saw the radio, and I read the article, and I saw that this guy made the radio himself. And I'm like, I need to be involved with this. I want to build a radio. So yeah, here I am. And although the TR9 project has been pushed to the side for the time being, and I'm sure just talking to the rest of the people involved with the project, the teamwork is there. We're going to be looking into getting that going again, and even if we have to throw a bounty up there and get an RF engineer to help us tweak that a little bit. And although most of the hams out there, they want some sort of a turnkey solution. They want to go onto Amazon, or they want to go to HRO or Radio Oddity, and they want to buy a radio that they can turn on and get onto M17. I think the initial radios are just going to be something that's modified or built from scratch, from pre-existing, modified from pre-existing radios. So yeah, the true part of this that makes this such a great project is the freedom involved, like we say in the preamble to our net. You know, why go out there and spend $100 for a chip, like Kevin said in the chat? Why, when we can build something from open source resources? So again, thanks to everybody out there in the community that's been supporting M17 live. You're checking us out on YouTube, you're following on Twitter, or you're in our Discord. Thanks for making this an awesome community and backing us and supporting us. And those that can help out, we definitely appreciate the help. Even if you're just, searching for some bugs and helping us fix them, all your work is appreciated. So thanks again, everyone. Now I'm going to get off my soapbox, Tom. So anybody have any questions or comments, please call Net Control now.
WB5EKU. You wanted to ask about MD390, how to open the backplate. I think you can ask Silvano, India Uniform 2 Kilo Whiskey Oscar.
All right, Wojciech, thank you for that. So, Silvano, if you're still listening, Kevin in California, WB5EKU, had asked earlier, what tool do you use to open up the backs of the UV390 radio series, Silvano? So if you're still there, if you can help us out with that, please, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thanks, Net Control. India Uniform 2 Kilo Whiskey Oscar here. Okay, so UV390. Basically what you need is a screwdriver, because when you remove the battery and you look at the bottom of the radio, you will see a couple of screws with like let's say cross-shaped screws, and you have to remove those two screws. Don't worry if they do not came off completely, because there is a rubber seal, so they can be stuck in the rubber seal. You just have to be sure they are completely unscrewed. Then another thing, you have to remove antenna and the two knobs at the top, and by removing those knobs you will find, if I'm not wrong, either some rubber gaskets or metal rings, but I think you will see 3 brass metal rings with like a cut in the middle, so to say. And you will need pliers to unscrew those 3 metal rings. And behind the metal rings, so you will find some orange, if I'm not wrong, gaskets. If you can pull off those gaskets, and then with a flat, sharp object, you have to apply a little force at the bottom of the radio, near the point where you removed the screws. So remove the battery, remove the screws. At that point there is a small again a small cut, sorry for my bad English, between the metal part of the radio, which is the heatsink, and the black cover. You will see that there is a small gap. You have to put like a flat screwdriver, for example, there, and make a little force pulling the screwdriver towards the outside of the radio, so that it applies force to the heatsink and it pops it up. Be very, very careful coming. Okay, be very, very careful when doing this, because you just have to pop the heatsink out, and you have to be careful, because while you pop all this metal block out, you may need to apply to push a bit on the shafts of the knobs to help all this part to slide down, to slide out. Basically it slides out over the end of the cover, and that's it, more or less. You have black gaskets, and yeah, the opening sequence is more or less this one. In any case, on openrtx.org you will find a modding guide for MD380, basically for the UV380, which is the exact same of the UV390. So maybe that guide can be helpful. And sorry again, if you need more help in opening your radio, write us an email or write us on Discord, on Matrix, on whatever. Feel free to contact us, and we will guide you and provide also pictures if needed, as a guide for unmounting your radio. And yeah, basically that's it. About tools, you need 2 screwdrivers, 1 cross screwdriver, small, 1 flat small screwdriver, and then a pair of pliers. And with those tools you will be able to unmount your radio completely. and I think that's it. So back to net control.
All right, Silvano, thank you very much for that informative answer there, and we threw a link up in our Discord server as well to a link to the OpenRTX page. So, I'm having a brain fart. Don, WB5EKU. Hopefully that answered your question there. Anybody else wishing to check in? Anybody else with any questions or comments before I go up to Boston, Mass, and see if I can interrupt somebody eating their lunch? Although it's probably a little bit too early for that. So, anybody else wishing to check in, please call now.
India Uniform 2, Kilo India November, with a late check-in.
All right, that was IU2KIN. We got you there on our check-in. Thank you for joining us. Did you have any traffic for us or any updates on the OpenRTX project that you would like to share?
No traffic for today. What I had was already explained in detail by Silvano. But I listened to the whole conversation, and I really appreciated both, everything that was said into this net, and I really hope that the love that, and it's not that I hope, I am sure that the love that we are putting into this project is paying off and will pay off even more in the future, as more and more people will get in contact with this project, the ideas we carry, and will get involved eventually. So this is all I had to say, and I hope next week to bring some more in detail status update about the implementation of the receiving side of M17 on the MD380. Back to you, net control.
Okay, Nico, thank you for that update there. I don't know if you were listening earlier when I was just thanking you and the rest of the members of the M17 and OpenRTX communities for the hard work that you guys are doing, and in your spare time, taking away from normal daily activities to bring such great projects to the masses. So definitely your work is appreciated, and all the thanks go out to you. Anybody else wishing to check in with us? Anybody else with any questions or comments? Please call net control now.
Victor Echo 5 Delta Romeo. Victor Echo 5 Delta Romeo. Name is Eric.
Victor Echo 5 Delta Romeo, welcome to the M17 net. Did you have any traffic for us, or are you just checking in and supporting us today?
Thank you. First time check-in, and it sounds like a very fascinating net. So I'll just check in and out and listen on all the different topics. Thank you very much for calling that out. So,
all right, there, Derek. Thank you for checking us out, and welcome to the net. We meet here Friday afternoons at 1700 hours UTC. So welcome. We have a couple of fellow Canadians with us today as well. So thank you, one and all, whoever checks in and supports us. Please, if you have any questions that you can't ask on the net, come to our website, M17Project.org, and from there you can find some contact information from us. If you want to send us an email, reach out to us on our forums, or if you really want to get our attention quick, come join our Discord server. Lots of stuff going on there, lots of people involved. There's a development channel. You can see what's happening on day-to-day with various projects of M17 as they're being worked on. Steve, KC1AWV, I'm going to throw it over to you. Maybe you can talk to us real quick about Orlando and/or what else is going on in your side of the world and anything that you might be working on that's M17 related. KC1AWV and 2XDD.
Oh, thanks, Ed. I'm in the middle of eating some tacos, so you are interrupting my lunch. My boss is very excited about the tacos, too. Orlando, yeah, we're going to be down in Orlando for Hamcation. Ed, myself, and ORI and Tapper, we're all grouping up together. We're going to be there, just showing off some of the things that we've got going on, explaining some of the hardware that we have put together, showing off some of the implementations of M17 in different software packages as well, such as, Droid Star and M-Voice and MMDVM, and I'll probably even get Jonathan's M17 client going as well. So we'll have quite a few things to show off down there. We'll also be, like I said, we're going to be hanging out with the folks from ORI and Tapper, so come over and see us if you're down in that neck of the woods during Hamcation. We would be glad to see you. There's probably going to be a few other things that we're going to be doing. I want to kind of take advantage of some of the classes or maybe try and upgrade my license to extra while I'm down there. There have been a few videos on YouTube that I watched that kind of helped me understand things like Smith charts finally. So other than that, we've got a few things on the back end. The servers were updated earlier this week, but there was a issue with one of the network drivers that took things down, so I had to do some emergency maintenance earlier this week. Everything seems to be working just fine now, so no problems with the websites or anything like that. So going to be updating the website as well, putting the finishing touches on that. Hopefully I'll have more information for people that are interested in picking up the M17 stuff. And that's pretty much it. I got the lab coming in March, and that'll be built, and Ed's going to come up and help do the finish work on that. So we'll have an actual physical lab that people can send stuff in, or we can work on different things that are M17 related as far as hardware and software is concerned. We can actually have a physical place that will be the base for operations, as it were, here in the United States for the M17 project. So definitely something exciting to look forward to next month. Well, not next month, but month after. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to Ed. This is KC1AWV.
All right, Steve. That was a mouthful, but I'm not sure if it was the tacos or all the great information that you shared with us. Yeah, once again, we're going to be down to Hamcation. Looking forward to it. We're going to be at booth number 190. If you're down there, please stop by. We're going to have lots of things up on our table. We may be building some stuff while we're down there, so come by and check us out every day. If we start our build on Friday, and you'll see the progress of it as it goes out through the weekend. Also come down, see us, introduce yourself, say hello, come grab some stickers or a M17 magnet or a button, or just say hi. So looking forward to that, and maybe we'll get the net going while we're down there. But I'm not sure how that's going to work, because we do have a planned presentation somewhere around that time. So we'll see how that pans out. If not, we'll hopefully go live sometime later on during the day, and we'll reach out on our Discord and Twitter and let you guys know how that's going. But with that, getting a little long-winded here. I'm going to see if anybody else wants to check in and say hi to us, or anybody else with any questions or comments. And if nobody has anything else, I'm going to go ahead and close this up because I need to go get the snowblower up and running. We're looking at a significant amount of snow tonight, so let me drop it, see if anybody else wants to say hello, wants to check in, wants to ask questions, or have any comments. So if you have anything for me, please call now.
Victor Echo 5, Alpha Romeo Juliet.
Kilo Echo 0 Delta Charlie, KE0DC, Dog in Aurora, Colorado. Whiskey 0 Sierra Uniform November, Whiskey 0 Sierra Uniform November, Bill in Denver checking in, Denver, Colorado.
Alrighty, I guess you guys didn't want me to go get my snowblower running, but that's good. Let's keep this going here. Alright, looks like I had Kilo Echo 0 Delta Zulu. No, Delta Charlie, looking at the reflector dashboard there. Then we have Whiskey 0 Sierra Uniform November. I can use some sun over here. And then there was a Victor Echo 5 station. Victor Echo 5. Come again?
Victor Echo 5, Alpha Romeo Juliet, from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Victor Echo 5, Alpha Romeo Juliet. Our second check-in from up in the Saskatchewan area, I'm assuming. Both up in Fiveland. What do I know about my Canadian geography? I'm probably totally wrong. But thanks everyone for checking in there. Anybody else? Anybody with any questions, comments? More check-ins. Keep them coming. This is N2XDD Net Control Station, the M17 Project Weekly Net. Please come now.
Mike 0 India Echo India Ohio.
Alright, sounds like Pedro's trying to get in. M0IEI. M0IEI. That's Pedro. I'm thinking he's trying to come in via mobile M17 RF today, Pedro. If that's you, you're all a little noisy. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to pass it to you, and we'll see if we can get you in there. M0IEI to get it. This is N2XDD. Alright, Pedro, that's definitely you. Unfortunately, the audio is much too hot for us to hear what's going on there. Unless it's just me. Oh, but it looks like everybody in Discord saying that's hot and readable as well. So, Pedro, you might need to do a little bit of tweaking there, tinkering with that, and seeing if you can get back to us. If not now during the net, maybe after the net, somebody should be around monitoring the M17 Charlie Reflector, and they'll be able to help you out with a proper signal report. Sorry about that. Sorry when able to make a contact. So anybody else wishing to check in with me, anybody with any questions or comments before I go and fix my snowblower and get that up and running, please call now. All right, today I'd like to thank everyone that came and supported us for this net. We had well over 20 check-ins today. Thank you very much. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for supporting our developers. Thank you for supporting the open source community in general. And more importantly, thank you for your support to M17 and our brothers over at the OpenRTX project. Your continued support is really appreciated, and thanks to the feedback from everybody. Please come and check us out, M17Project.org. Follow the links in there. Come join our Discord. Come say hi to us. You're in Orlando. Come say hello to us in person. Bring me a coffee. I drink my coffee black. So this is Ed. I'm at 2XDD. I'm going to secure the net at 17:51 hours UTC. 7-3, everyone. Have a great weekend, and thanks again.